So we're at the pinnacle of this house right now, and we're standing with Steve Lazar. Steve, you know, when you custom build a home like this, and you think about features like you're putting in, like a rooftop pool, I mean, how do you decide which ones make financial sense or not? Is that a thought process you go through at all?
Oh, definitely, because I've made a lot of decisions in the past on things that I personally thought were really spectacular, and they went almost unnoticed until you would show them to a potential buyer.
Right.
And in a lot of cases, they were like, oh, that's cool. And then they would just like, let's move on to the next item. So I have to be very careful to pick things that are going to be a little broader scale of enjoyment. A rooftop pool is not something that goes unnoticed.
You're an A+ quality builder. And I notice when I talk to people like you see things that others don't see. So how could, we'll call it a layman, what would you share with them in how to look at a home that's new, at what is high quality versus low quality versus medium quality? I mean, what do you see? What do you look at in a home when you see those things?
I'll tell you two things, Ed. One is there's a trick to finding out everything you need to know about a house and how it was built from the inside out. That's walk into any room, walk into any bathroom, walk into any closet, open the door, shut the door, and look behind the hinges, because that's the least seen place in a house. Because when the door is open, you don't see it. When the door is shut, you're typically not in the room.
Right.
Especially in a bathroom, or if you're in the bathroom, you know, you're tending to the bathroom. But if you open a door in a laundry room and you look behind the door at the floor and you see how the tile work, the baseboard, the paint, the trim, and everything came together, that'll tell you a lot about the quality of the house.
So if it's high quality in a little hidden area that no one sees,
you can imagine how much effort they put on the rest of the house. If you ever walk into a tiled room, whether it be the master bathroom or a laundry room or a kid's bath or even a kitchen, if there's ever something that's noticeable in tile work, then it's probably done wrong.
Right.
Meaning if there's what we call a sliver cut, if you have all this beautifully laid tile across a room and then you get to the end point and the tiles were typically 6 by 6, and then there's this sliver that's like 1 inch by 6, that sliver cut is what I would consider an error. The whole panel of tile should have been shifted 2 inches in one direction, so perhaps you start with a half a tile on one end, you end with a half a tile on the other end, then it matches, but also you don't have something that draws attention to it. Look at a ceiling where tile comes to drywall. Is that drywall to tile line consistently 1/8 of an inch?
Right.
Or is it like wandering all over the place and filled in with caulking or grout or whatever? So tile work is one of those things that's really tricky. The best tile work is tile that's really goes unnoticed.
Yeah.
Seamless.
That's great. Any other tips on how to identify quality construction when looking at a home?
I mean, it could be as obvious as just looking at corners, looking at the way a door shuts, grabbing a door when it is shut and trying to rock it back and forth and see if it's sloppy, opening cabinet doors and looking up and around, look up under a bar top. Just because the bar top's covered with a nice finish, is the bottom a luan finish that's painted, or is it a rough piece of plywood? Because no one took the extra step to make it matter.
Well, no, I can't wait to see it in its completion. I'm honored to be able to work with you on this project and look forward to seeing when it's done. Thank you.
Me too, thank you.
Hi, this is Ed Kaminsky with the Kaminsky Real Estate Group here in Hermosa Beach, California. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again really soon.